Hey dude, you're obviously interested in dating a beautiful Paraguayan girl. How do I know? Who else would be typing this type of keyword into YouTube search? If you want some factual and unbiased information on dating Paraguayan women, you have met the right person. Nomad Elite is all about transparency. If you want some sugar-coated stories, I'm sorry, but Nomad Elite ain't the right channel for you. I'm also gonna reveal where you can date some beautiful Paraguayan women in Asunción, Paraguay. If you want to date some picture-like beautiful women in this country, then keep watching this video. There's a good chance that you're watching this video from your parents' basement or some overpriced rental property in California. You and I both know that you're looking for a feminine, conservative girl, the type of girl that makes the average American guy happy. If that's you, great, keep watching this video. You're tired of dating girls that keep calling you a sexist anytime you ask them politely to cook a meal for you. Dating in the West has taken a big toll on your self-esteem. The average dude has a hard time finding a girl in North America. The cold hard truth is that it isn't always your fault. What I want to do in this video is to tell you about the cold hard reality of dating in Paraguay so that you can increase your chances of success and scoring in Paraguay's dating scene. That's how much I care about you. To get that beautiful Paraguayan girl that you've been dreaming about for so many nights and so many months, you actually have to make some efforts to understand the local culture. I think this goes without saying, yet it is neglected by so many people so often. The information that you are about to learn inside this video will put you ahead of way over 80% of nomads that just want some stick action but are not willing to learn more about the local culture. In easier terms, I'm going to show you how to become more valuable. Women flow to value. I'm going to make you a hero. This story really made me unlock the hidden treasure chest that is stored deep inside my subconscious, and it is filled with amazing childhood stories and lectures from my mother on how to behave when dating Paraguayan women. Don't embarrass yourself and others. Since you've made it this far into the video, I can see that you have more courage than the average person. It is a matter of fact. I wanted to start this segment with a story about a guy who almost himself on the first date. It doesn't get any more embarrassing than this. It's like when dining out, when drinking, there are many combinations that go very well together. But yes, there are certain combinations that don't go together at all. Fruit juice and coffee is such a combination. What made this guy think that he could get away with this kind of stuff? I mean, we're not talking about rocket science here. I mean, this is basic biology. In biology class, these are the very basic things that any normal human being with a normal average IQ should have learned without having to repeat the same lessons over and over and over again. Yet this guy didn't get it. No matter how many internal explosions you might be experiencing at the time, don't if men and women restrooms are placed right next to another. I almost forgot to say, especially if it's a shoebox restroom that's not very well insulated. Before you go and there, you gotta make sure that you did a trial. So what do? Well, you go there and you try it out yourself before you go on a date. I mean, can you imagine what the girl in this situation might be going through? The girl has been visualizing and dreaming about meeting her ideal prince, a guy with great etiquette, a guy who knows how to treat a woman well, a guy who simply knows how to follow basic rules. And here she is having coffee with this maniac who clearly did not get the most basic lessons when it comes to dating. I mean, this is beyond embarrassing. Now you might say, well, this guy probably thought that the noise pollution wouldn't be too bad after all. Well, the problem is that he didn't consider that the place isn't very well insulated. Anyway, guys, I feel like you probably understand what I'm trying to say here. You want to be very mindful about what you do on your first date. I mean, this is not rocket science. We're not in kindergarten here, okay? Now you might think, well, it wouldn't even be smart for me to have a coffee on the first date because I'm lactose intolerant. Well, guess what? If you're lactose intolerant, then you probably shouldn't have a coffee on the first date. I mean, knowing whether you're lactose intolerant or not shouldn't take a decade to figure out. You can go ahead, try having some coffee with regular milk, see what's going to happen. If you hit the restroom within 5 minutes of consuming, guess what? You're probably lactose intolerant. It doesn't take an IQ of 130 to figure that out. Yet so many guys still can't figure it out. I mean, this is like the most basic stuff that so many guys are getting wrong. If you're in agreement with what's being done right now during the fourth industrial revolution to reduce carbon emissions, you probably wouldn't have done such things anyway. I mean, let's be real, greenhouse gases are some of the biggest problems that we are experiencing in the 21st century. Wouldn't you agree? No, guys, seriously, you want to know more about your body. You want to understand what you should be drinking, what you should be eating. And guess what? If you like wearing white jeans like I do, it might be very smart for you to not have certain drinks, to not have certain foods. On one hand, you want to impress the girl and present yourself in the best way possible. Yet on the other hand, you want to drink and eat the kinds of things that you like. I totally get it, but sometimes in life you just can't have everything. Let's be real. This type of stuff does not need to happen to you. Okay? Do you really believe that a girl would want to touch a toe like this one? If you're really going to wait this long, you may as well wait until this disgusting toenail falls off on its own. What the hell were you thinking? Let's talk about the dating mentality in this country. There are traditional women that have the belief that a guy has to be the guy, okay? A man has to be the man. The man has to be the provider, okay? It's old school, it's traditional, it's conservative, it's outdated, whatever you want to call it. There are many women that have this type of belief. And to be fair, there are many guys in this audience, many of you guys are watching this video with the belief that you want to relocate to a new country because you want that difference, okay? You want to live back in time to be able to get this type of woman. If that's you, fantastic. You're going to love what I'm about to share with you in the next minute or two. What I want to tell you here is that there are plenty of women like this in Paraguay, especially in Asunción, Paraguay. You're going to find plenty of women that are going to be very happy being with a man like you. The local dating culture is pretty much predicated on conservatism. It's predicated on traditional dating. It's predicated on collectivism. This is what this country stands for, right? This is not like some facade. What I'm telling you here is the truth. The majority of the women in this country, they want to be with a guy like you who wants to be the man, who wants to be the provider, who's coming to this country, to the country of Paraguay, with the mentality that he's gonna be the man. If that's you, fantastic. You're gonna have a heck of a lot of success dating Paraguayan women. As you can guess, if you take a look at the map, Asunción, Paraguay is the largest city in the country. It is also the city that is the most developed. It is the city with the most women in all categories. You're gonna find plenty of women here that are gonna be all right, that wanna be the caregiver, and they're gonna be happy doing that. Because they have the expectation that they are going to be with a guy who's going to take care of them financially, who's going to be the man, and they have this preformed mindset of what a man is, does, and wants in their own terms. They have this predetermined mindset as much as you have a predetermined mindset of what living in a collectivist society, of what living in a country like Paraguay is like. People have their beliefs. You have your beliefs, I have my beliefs, they have their beliefs. And the good thing is that life is like a buffet. Go to the buffet, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna grab a plate, hopefully it's hot, hopefully it's clean. If not, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna run straight into the kitchen and throw the plate into the chef's face. That's what you would end up doing, correct? Leaving fun aside again, how this is gonna work is that you're gonna go to the buffet, gonna grab a hot plate, you're gonna line up civilly, because you're not gonna appear like a tard. You're gonna line up civilly and you're gonna start testing stuff, right? You're gonna start tasting food. Grab a plate and throw everything that's in the buffet on the plate. You're not gonna have 50 different food choices on your plate because this will get you nowhere. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the plate, you're gonna put maybe 3 to 5 options on the plate depending on how big the portion size is, and you start tasting. What you're gonna do next is, depending on what you like, what you have tried on the last plate that you had, you're gonna get more of that. That's what most people would do. Unless some guys are super experimental, they want to do is they want to go and try another 5 options and then they do the same thing again. That's also possible, but if you're anything like the average guy, what you want to do is you want to find something that you really like and get more. Now, to be straight up honest with you, there are also women in this country that are very modern, that are very modernized. If you want to call them Americanized, that's fine, even though they've never been to America. Yet they're very modernized, very Americanized, thinking that a woman has to be independent for a woman to be happy. There are also women like this here in the 21st century. I'm not saying that these women don't exist in Paraguay, but what I am saying is that there are more conservative, traditional women in Paraguay than in many other countries, particularly Western countries. You have worked your whole life to preserve capital, to create a good life, to have savings, to have assets, and you want to go spend that money in a country where you can actually get more bang for the buck because you want to be with a girl from a collectivist society. Then then you want to do that in Paraguay. Why? You just have a lot more options here than in many other countries worldwide. And I'm telling you this, why? I am boots on the ground in Asunción, Paraguay. I'm giving you first-hand experience. So yes, there are women that prioritize individualism over collectivism, but they are the minority. They are not the majority. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that dating in Paraguay is like a buffet. You have many options. You have many different categories of women to choose from. As much as women in Paraguay have different categories of men to choose from, they're going to a buffet, you are going to a buffet. You're both choosing what you believe to be the best option, who you believe to be the best option. And guess what? If you're not happy with that, you can always go back to the buffet and try a different dish. That's how life works. We're living in the 21st century, not in 1850, where certain things were not accepted culturally. All right, you have reached the final segment of this video where I'm going to tell you where to meet beautiful women in Asunción, Paraguay. Guess what we're going to do right now? Okay, we're back at the buffet. I'm the chef, standing right in front of you, and I want to serve you the finest gravy at the buffet. That's what I'm going to do now, because I like you, I want you to prosper, I want you to have success in this dating scene right here. You're going to score, okay? You are going to score. Anyway, let me give you a place where you can definitely meet very beautiful women, and the place is called Caru. Okay, it's a cafe, it's a bakery in Asunción. I'm going to post the link below the video. You can go there. There are many beautiful women hanging out at this cafe. Some of them, you know, there are more girls, so they're going out together. They're hanging out, they're having a good time. If you want to go there with one of your buddies, I'm going there with my buddy David. We're hanging out there sometimes, and he introduced me to this cafe. The cakes are pretty good. It's a very, you know, chilled atmosphere. I really liked it a lot. And if you want to go there, you can go there alone. Get used to going there, and most likely if you end up going there at the same time during certain days, you're going to end up seeing the same people over and over and over again. That's what typically happens. Fair prices, nice atmosphere, and the cakes are actually quite good. I also ordered some pizza, which I took back to my apartment. Pretty good pizza, you know, for Asunción, pretty good pizza. Another place I wanted to share with you is called El Café de Aca. It's also in Asunción, and I was there with one of the girls we're working with, and she introduced me to this cafe. It has a really nice interior sitting area, or I should say multiple interior sitting areas that are really nice, that are really cozy. And I kind of like that. It's a really nice atmosphere, so if you want to go there to have a sugary drink, they got plenty of options. They're going to make drinks with fruits that you already know, as well as local fruits, and it's really good. You can also go there to have some bakery. It's a nice place. Now I'm sharing with you the places that have good quality bakery. There are many bakeries, cafes here, but not all of them have high quality bakeries. Nomad Elite is a full package relocation agency that helps people from all over the world, especially Americans, Canadians, Europeans, New Zealanders, and Australians move abroad, especially to the beautiful country of Paraguay. If you want to work with us, our website is nomadelites.com. We provide a lot of up-to-date information on living in Paraguay, and if you need any help finding a girlfriend in Paraguay, you're also welcome to reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.